Good evening, basketball fans, and welcome to the Red Zone here at Hicksville High School, the main gymnasium, and to the second of our two basketball live streams for you tonight here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. It's the Lady Apaches of Fairview that have made their way over from the Central Local School District, a quick hop across State Route 18 to be entertained by the Lady Apaches, or the Lady Aces, here this evening. Earlier, we had a freshman boys game that did not go well for the Aces. They dropped that one to the Apache freshmen, 33 to 16 or something like that. I don't have it written down in front of me right now. So we're getting ready now for girls varsity, and again for this basketball season, because of a shortage of players, they're only playing varsity games, Lady Aces. So we'll get started at 6:30 rather than normally. It's about an hour earlier than usual. We're glad to have you here with us tonight. I'm Bill Murphy with Hicksville Community Television. With me is Connor Myers. He'll be operating the camera. He's got the other headset microphone on. We'll bring you the action here tonight. Glad to have you with us. Want to say a big thank you to all four of our Diamond Level underwriting supporters making our coverage possible this evening. They include the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and of course online at jimschmidtauto.com. Thanks also to our friends at APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio, located in Hicksville's Industrial Park, and online at aptmfg.com/careers. Thanks to the Hicksville Pharmacy. They're your good neighbor pharmacy right in the heart of downtown Hicksville, Ohio. Phone 419-542-6218 for the latest information on flu shots, COVID boosters, and more. And also our friends at ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio, a world-class facility located in Hicksville's Industrial Park. And they're also online at www.arcsolinc.com. Thanks also to our silver level underwriting supporter, the Two Bandits Brewery of Hicksville, Ohio, open Wednesday through Saturday. Terrific full menu. Great family atmosphere. If you're 21 and over, a terrific selection of craft beers. And they are proud sponsors of the Two Bandits Player of the Game Award that we give out at the end of each boys and girls varsity basketball game that we cover here on HIX-TV. Got Jocelyn Baldwin hers. She was the player of the game way back on December 20th in the consolation game, the win the ladies picked up in the consolation game of the Route 49 Classic. So we got her $10 gift card and certificate, and we'll be handing another one out at the end of the game here this evening. Also telling you about some of the stuff coming up at the Bandits, too, for Valentine's Day. Not too early to start thinking about that. We're glad to have you with us, and of course, in about a minute and 20 seconds or so from right now, we'll shut off the headset microphones. We'll go down to the floor announcer for the national anthem and the official introduction of players here this evening, and then Colin and I will be back with you up here on Press Row to bring you all the action tonight. And of course, if you haven't already figured it out, we also have live musical entertainment courtesy of the Hicksville Pep Band. The Upper Deck is here performing. And it looks like we got some of the littles here tonight, too. And I believe that this is the choir. The fourth graders. It's the elementary. I think these are the sign. This is the sign choir, I think. So I'm going to guess that they're going to be performing our national anthem for us this evening. So a little bit of a treat there as well. They do a great job. We're glad to have you with us. And again, we want to thank you for joining us live here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. So with that, as the final seconds are ticking away, we'll shut down our microphones and we'll go down to the floor to get things started officially. You're watching girls varsity basketball action. It's coming to you live from the Red Zone right here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel.
Good evening, basketball fans. Welcome to Hicksville High School for an exciting evening of high school basketball. Tonight, the Fairview Lady Apaches, coached by Russell Zedike, will take on our own Hicksville Aces, coached by Christine Seaman. The Board of Education, Superintendent, and Athletic Council of Hicksville High School extend to each of you a cordial welcome to tonight's basketball game. Both Hicksville High School and Fairview High School are members of the Ohio High School Athletic Association and abide by the high standards of conduct and sportsmanship required during athletic competition. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a great country with the freedoms like no other. In order to honor America and respect for all who have served and are currently serving to defend our freedoms, please stand as the Hicksville Elementary Sign Choir performs our national anthem. Your officials for tonight's contest are Paul Stahl, Brett Green, and Austin Caton. Their experience and integrity qualify them for an important part in this friendly interscholastic basketball game. Introducing the starting lineup for the Fairview Lady Apaches. A 5'8" junior, number 2, Patience McDaniel. A 5'6" senior, number 3, Kayla Mavis. A 5'9" sophomore, number 4, Sammy Mavis. A 5'4" senior, number 10, Madison Sharp. A 5'6" junior, number 23, Aubrey Hammer. The Lady Apaches are coached by Russell Zedike, Nikki Grind, Joe Kine, and Carrie Zedike. And now, introducing the starter lineup for your own Hicksville Lady Aces. A 5'5" junior, number 3, Kennedy Adams. A 5'5" sophomore, number 4, McKenna Baird. A 5'6" senior, number 15, Ashlyn Surrey. A 5'6" freshman, number 23, Jocelyn Baldwin. And a 5'9" freshman, number 44, Devaney Moe. The Lady Aces are coached by Christine Steeman, Bob Weatherhead, and Allison Scurry.
We welcome you back to Press Row as we've got the starting lineups introduced. 8 minutes on the clock. The sign choir of our national anthem, and the upper deck is all warmed up and raring to go too. So we're getting ready for some girls varsity basketball action. Jumping center circle. Tip is controlled by the Lady Aces. Story. Shot is up and no good. Rebound comes down to Kayla Mavis. She passes it over to number 10. That's Madison Sharp. Her shot's no good. And we'll come back the other way. Baird to Mull. Devaney's shot is up and good. Devaney Mull. And that's good for 3 on the wing, and that's Patience McDaniel. Baird gets it across, goes coast to coast, lays it up, no good. Stolen away by Baldwin. Baldwin gets into Adams. Adams' shot for 3 is no good. Rebound comes down to Kayla Mavis. She tosses it over to Hammer. Down low and up and good. That's 2 more for McDaniel. The Apaches take the lead now 5-2. Mull to Adams. Adams going to drive it up and lay it up. No good, but she's going to be fouled. Kennedy's going to go to the line, and that'll be the first personal. I believe that's going to be on Kayla Mavis. Yes, Mavis, number 3.
Fouls on number 3, Kayla Mavis, her first, team first.
First personal for Kayla Mavis, and team foul number 1. And Adams' first free throw is good. She'll have 1 more. Adams missed that one. Baldwin almost got the rebound, couldn't quite get it under control. And that one goes out of bounds, and it'll be Ace's ball. Mull will handle the inbounds. Down in the corner. Gets it into Adams. Adams quickly up the floor. Bounce pass to Story. It's off of her hands. And then it bounces off of her knee and goes out of bounds. Good thought. Aces have not played since the 2nd of January. And that's good. That'll be 3 more for Patience McDaniel. Mull gets it into Adams. Adams over to Baird. Inside to Mull. Mull has it taken away by Mavis. Almost gets it back, and that's Madison Sharp getting it under control finally. Sharp takes it into the paint. Puts up a prayer, no good. Mavis with the follow-up, that's no good. And another attempt, no good. And that time it comes down into the hands of Mull. Mull. And it's going to be a whistle, and that's going to be a foul. And I think that's going to be whistled on 23. Yeah, that'll be Aubrey Hammer picking up her first personal. And that's team foul number 2 on the Lady Apaches here in this first quarter. McKenna Rice will come in for the Lady Aces. Mull into Adams, back to Devaney. Mull to Adams again. Adams drives it in, tries to dish it down low to Baldwin. It's cut off though, and comes up into the hands of Hammer. Hammer, cross court, shot is up, and that's good. And that again is Patience McDaniel. She's got 10 points now. As a matter of fact, she's the only Apache that has scored. So it'll be a quick 30-second timeout from the Aces bench. They're down by 7 early. And again, Patience McDaniel has been giving the Apaches all their offense so far tonight. Aces will get ready to break huddle. Head back out onto the floor. Here we go. Again, Russ Zedike, the head coach for the Lady Apaches, and Christine Steeman for the Lady Aces. Mull into Adams. 5:09 to go here in our opening quarter. Baird up the floor. Baird to Rice, back to Mull on the wing. Mull looks things over, dishes it off to Adams, quickly to Baldwin now. Jocelyn, nothing there. She'll get it to Adams out on the wing, and Adams loses the dribble. It's loose on the floor. It does. Inbounds to Hammer. She'll bring it up. Kayla Mavis loses the dribble but gets it right back. Long pass across to Sharp. McDaniel down into the corner. McDaniel again. Feeds it down low. That's up and no good, but it'll be a whistle and a foul. And that'll be on Rice.
14, McKenna Rice, her first.
That'll be her first. That's team foul number 1. And that's going to put Madison Sharp at the line to shoot 2. 4:21 to go. Sharp misses the first one. Into the game for the Lady Apaches, number 14. That's Samantha Kuhlman.
Number 14, Samantha Kuhlman.
One more for Sharp. That one's good. Madison becomes the first person other than McDaniel to score a point for the Apaches. She'll put another one up off the glass and good. So she makes up for lost time and buckets a quick 3 points. Adams trapped in the corner in a double team. Gets it to Baird. Baird muscles her way out of there. Baird takes it the distance. Bounce pass down low, and that's blocked and out of bounds. Not a foul. Rice had it blocked out of bounds, but the Aces will retain possession. Bounce pass into Mull from Adams. That one's short, no good. Hammer comes up with the ball. Up the floor, dishes it off, and that's from the wing up and no good. And Baird grabs the rebound for the Lady Aces. Pressure from the Apaches works as Baird throws an errant pass. It goes over the head of Devaney Mull and out of bounds. I'll turn it back over to the Apaches. Inside. Kick it back out. That's McDaniel. Her shot is up and no good. Long carom out. That's Hammer. And she hits it for 3.
Hammer for 3.
Aces ball. Mull to Adams. Back to Mull. Down to Rice. Kicks it back out to Baldwin. Jocelyn Baldwin drives baseline, gets cut off, gets it off to Adams down in the corner. Adams will track it down and get it under control. Adams, and again missed by Mull, and it's scooped up by, and that's a block, but it goes right into the hands of another Lady Apache. Now it's loose on the floor. And they managed to get it out of there. Hammer loses it. And here comes Baldwin. Jocelyn Baldwin going the distance. Stops, pops, no good. And Hammer grabs the board and goes back the other way just as quickly. She'll hold up and let the rest of her team catch up to her. Patience McDaniel. Top of the key now, that's Hammer. Excuse me, that's Olivia Hull. Olivia Hull, number 24. And there goes Rice. Rice needs to watch, and she goes down awkwardly, gets back up. And Hull puts up a shot. She's fouled. She's going to go to the line.
Fouls on number 3, Kennedy Adams, her
And Adams picks up her first, team foul number 2. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. And another timeout. And this is going to be a full timeout for the Lady Aces. A good time to remind you that at the end of the contest tonight, we'll be awarding another Two Bandits Brewery Player of the Game award to one of the Lady Aces. That person will receive a $10 gift card, good at the Two Bandits, as well as a nice certificate. Want to thank them so very much for doing that. And again, a reminder, the Bandits is open Wednesday through Saturday in downtown Hicksville, Ohio. And check them out online at twobanditsbrewing.com for all of their special events. And again, just to give you an early heads up, they've got a special event coming up for Valentine's. It'll be Love on Tap for Wednesday, February 12th through Saturday, February the 15th, with a special Valentine's edition of the Name That Tune game at the bar from 7 to 9 p.m. on February the 13th. They're going to have terrific food specials, as well as a couples special by reservation only, drink specials and more. And again, you can find out all sorts of great information online at twobanditsbrewing.com. We'll be filling you in more as we get a little closer to that as well. But again, we want to thank them so very much. The Two Bandits Brewery of Hicksville, proud sponsors of the Two Bandits Player of the Game Award. First shot up, no good for Olivia Hull. And Hull's second one is also no good. Adams grabs the rebound. Adams, the Aces, Lady Aces down by 13. Adams looking for some help. Gets it to Baldwin. Baldwin to Mull. Devaney puts it up. No good. And the rebound comes down to the Apaches. That's number 14, Kuhlman. Shot is up, no good. Another shot up, no good. Still loose on the floor. Into the hands of Hammer. Hammer to Mavis. Moving it around, Hammer again. Moving it around into the hands of Panico, number 11, also on the floor. That one deflected into the hands of Jocelyn Baldwin. And that's going to be a foul on 24. That'll be Hull. Olivia Hull gets her first, and that's team foul number 3. Minute exactly left to go. Baldwin will step out for a breather. In for her number 5, Addie Sanders. Rice over Baldwin's, or Baird's head, excuse me. And out of bounds. So Kayla Mavis set to handle the inbounds. Kayla gets it in to Hammer. Hammer quickly across the Hull, down into the corner. And back to Mavis. No good, but they'll kick it back out for 3. That's no good. And that saved on the baseline. A great play by Hull. Out of Hammer and out of Hull. And again, they continue to move it around. Panico puts a shot up, no good. And this time the Aces and Devaney Mull grabs the basketball. Baird brings it up. Baird gets it across the timeline. On the wing, gets it to Adams. Adams drives in, dishes it out. Shot up from Sanders is no good. And grabbed it before it goes out of bounds by Kuhlman. Kuhlman launches it at the buzzer. Ooh, that was close, but no good. So we've played one, and it's the Lady Apaches leading the Hicksville Lady Aces 16-3 first quarter score. I want to say a big thank you to the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. One of our diamond level underwriting supporters, underwriting all of our Aces sports coverage here on Hicksville Community Television. If you're in the market for a vehicle, looking for something brand new, pre-owned, car, truck, van, or SUV, Check out the great selection they have on the lots at the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships, or you can check out the entire dealer inventory online anytime at jimschmidtauto.com. Remember, it's all about service before, during, and after the sale at the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. We want to thank them so very much for their continued support of our Aces Sports broadcast. They've been doing it for over 15 years now. We hope that you will thank them as well. The Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and of course online at jimschmidtauto.com. All right. Everybody breaking huddle. And it looks like the Lady Aces will have the basketball to start this second quarter. They're down by 13. And Mull gets it in to Story. Back in the game. Story to Baird. Baird to Baldwin. Baldwin into the paint. The runner goes up off the glass and good.
Baldwin for 2.
Baldwin, her first bucket of the night. Bounce pass down into the corner to McDaniel. That one's up and good by Panico.
Panico for 2.
Mull again throws it out of bounds. And it'll turn it back over to the Apaches. Inbounds to Kuhlman. Kuhlman to Hull. Panico down in the corner. And that one winds up in the hands of Baldwin. Baldwin gets it under control. Jocelyn stops. Gets it to Mull. Mull for 3. Off the back of the iron, no good. The rebound grabbed by Kuhlman. Excuse me, no, that is Kuhlman, number 14. Hull, her shot is good for 3. Mull to Baldwin. Baldwin puts up another runner, and that one's no good. She puts up her own rebound, and that one drops. 4 points now for Jocelyn Baldwin. Kuhlman bounce passes it over to Hull. Down into the corner to McDaniel, and that all alone laid up, no good. And Baldwin battling for the rebound, can't control it. It's taken away from her, but then deflected by Story into the hands of Kennedy Adams. Adams dishes it off to Baldwin. Baldwin's three-pointer in and out, no good. Loose on the floor and a bit of a scrum. That'll be a jump ball, and that should go to the Apaches. Addie Sanders back in for Hicksville, and she'll give Baird a breather. Inbounds to Aubrey Hammer. Hammer brings it across the timeline down to the corner. That's to Sharp. Sharp back to Hammer. And back to Sharp on the wing. Also into the game, Lorelei Salyers, rather. She's number 20. Salyers is going to put up the hook shot, and that's good. Called her name, and she gets the bucket. Salyers just a freshman. Makes it 23-7. Adams puts up a runner, no good. And a push underneath the basket. Black 3. That'll be Kayla Mavis. That'll be her second personal, and that's team foul number 1 on the Apaches for the second quarter. Rice comes into the game to give Story a breather. Adams bounces it in. Mull. Bounce pass down low. Now to Baldwin. Baldwin's going to put it up from the corner, no good. Rice grabs the rebound, kicks it out to Mull. Mull for 3. Just misses, no good. That's Addie Zedike, number 12. Shot is up, and that's good for Madison Sharp. Another three-pointer. As the Lady Apaches continue to light it up from outside. And that one's stolen away. Up and good for Hammer. 5 points now for Aubrey Hammer. Makes it 28-7, and the lead jumps out to 21. 4.5 minutes left in the first half. Kennedy Adams looking things over. Adams to Mull. Mull tries to get it down low into Rice. It's off her hands, and that's going to be, I think that's going to be on Sanders. White 5, yep, Addie Sanders.
Addie Sanders, her first, team first.
That's her first, and that'll be team foul number 2 on the Aces for this second quarter. Aubrey Hammer brings the basketball up the floor. Dishes it over. And that's Zedike gets the rebound to Mavis. Loose on the floor. And that's going to be a jump ball, and that should go to the Aces. Mull gets the ball into Baird. And McKenna Baird across half court, dishes it off to Adams. Down low, but it's intercepted. But then Baldwin takes it right back. She gets it to Rice for 3, just a little long, no good. Still bouncing around loose into the hands of Madison Sharp. Sharp goes coast to coast, and it'll be knocked out of bounds. Last touched by one of the Lady Apaches, so Aces will have the ball. 3:25 to go. Baldwin to Mull. Mull into Adams. Mull loses it. Picked off by Kayla Mavis. Mavis dishes it off, and that's up and no good. And the rebound back down to the Lady Aces and Baird. Baird takes it the distance. She'll lay it up, no good. That's grabbed by Salyers. Lorelei will take it up. From the wing, it's no good. And then another three-point attempt, and that is good for Madison Sharp. That's Madison's second three-pointer of the night. 2:25 to go now in the half. Baird to Mull, and that's going to be a foul, and I think that'll be on number 3. Yep. That'll be 3 on Mavis, Kayla Mavis.
Kayla Mavis, her third, team second.
That'll be team foul number 2, and we'll have a big line change coming in. Let's see, McDaniel's back in. Panico back out there on the floor along with Hull. Number 14, Kuhlman. Quick bounce pass into Baird to Story. Her shot is, I think it might have been partially blocked. Kuhlman, and a whistle and a travel. So the Lady Aces will get the ball back. They're down, trailing 31-7, 2:11 to go in this first half. And again, Baird to Story. To Sanders, to Baldwin. Baldwin looking for some help. Gets it out of there to Sanders. Sanders trapped on that sideline, manages to get the ball off to Baldwin. Baldwin takes it into the paint, puts up, and it's good.
Basket's good by Baldwin.
6 points now for Jocelyn. Under 90 seconds. McDaniels off no glass, or McDaniel rather, off the glass and no good. And Baird with another rebound. Baird, nobody paying attention, and slapped it in, and it's right into the hands of Hull, who lays it up for two.
Hull for two.
So Baird will bring it up with a minute. Baird to Sanders, inside to Rice. Rice back out to Sanders. Sanders shot, no good. And Panico grabs the rebound. Gets it off to Hull. Hull with 42 seconds at the top of the key. Over to McDaniel, now to Panico. Back to Kuhlman. And also into the game now, Sammy Mavis, number 4 for the Apaches. Sammy Mavis to Hull, 22 seconds. Looks like the Lady Apaches are just going to try to hold it for a last shot here. Mavis, they'll move it around the perimeter, down to 12. Panico with 9. Shot up from Mavis is no good with 4. Aces can't waste time. They got to take the shot. A runner, no good from Baird. And that's the first half in the books. And at halftime, it's the visiting Lady Apaches with a commanding lead over the Lady Aces, 33-9, your halftime score. Well, as we reach the intermission, as we get ready to enjoy some music from the Upper Deck Pep Band, we'll say another big thank you to another one of our Diamond Level underwriting supporters making our coverage possible here this evening, our friends at ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio. They're a world-class facility located right here in Hicksville's Industrial Park. They offer solutions to business and industry that include plasma, robotics, welding, so much more. Check them out online at www.arcsolinc.com. They've got a gallery there that has some of the incredible projects that they have done, not only around our area, but around the state and around the country. Just some truly, truly remarkable stuff that they do, and it's right here in Hicksville, Ohio. They're great members of our Hicksville community as well. Whenever you see a community effort like the recent splash pad or something along those lines, you'll always see ARC Solutions listed as one of the benefactors, and we want to thank them so very much that they've also chosen to benefact us and help us out and make it possible for us to bring you all of our free Aces sports coverage that we do here on Hicksville Community Television. A terrific, terrific bunch of people over there, and really just a great facility. And again, if you've got a welder in your life, check out online too. They've got some terrific welding supplies that they have available as well. Really cool, state-of-the-art, top-of-the-line stuff. We want to thank them so very much again for their continued diamond-level support of our Aces Sports broadcast. ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio, located in Hicksville's Industrial Park and online at www.arcsolinc.com. And do some quick tabulations here. So we'll be able to give you some unofficial scores coming up here shortly for the first half. So bear with me while I'm quickly tabulating here. All right. Yeah, it all adds up too. All right, I think I got it right. Oh, 7.5 minutes before we get the third quarter underway. And we want to thank you for joining us here tonight. You are watching girls varsity basketball action coming to you live here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel. Want to thank all of our viewers, both from around Hicksville. I know we have people watching us from over Central, Local, and Sherwood Way as well. As again, we are carried on SMTA, Sherwood Mutual Telephone Association's Internet TV Channel 8, as well as Mediacom Channel 12 here in Hicksville and Antwerp. So, we welcome you viewers from over Fairview way. Hope you are enjoying the coverage tonight as well. And if you are enjoying our live coverage here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel and you haven't already done so, please consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. We would love to have you as a subscriber. When you subscribe, you can like and comment on our videos, and you can also hit the notification bar, and that way you're the first to know whenever we schedule a new live stream event and whenever we post new content to our video on demand library. We do all of our sports live streams on our HIX-TV YouTube channel, and they are always free. So, again, we I want to thank all of our underwriters that make that possible. And for the many who have already subscribed, we thank you so very much. If you're not one of them, please consider subscribing. It doesn't cost you anything. It's free to do. You just hit that little subscribe thing and you're done. And we would love to have you as a member of the community of Hicksville Community Television. Well, when we wrap up our coverage, let's try to look forward a little bit here. We wrap up our coverage here this evening. We have a bit of a layoff when it comes to our sports coverage here on HIX-TV because we will not be back in action until Friday, January the 17th. That is correct. Our next live stream from here at the Red Zone will be Friday, January 17th. That'll be GMC boys basketball action, as the Wayne Trace Raiders will be here for junior varsity and varsity action. And then our next girls varsity basketball game will be coming up on January the 18th. That is that Saturday, and it'll be against Lincoln View, and that'll be an afternoon special. We'll tip that one off at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. After we play here tonight, the Lady Aces have a 2-game road trip coming up. They'll be traveling to Fayette on January the 14th, and they will be at Wayne Trace on January the 16th. So they've got their work cut out for them in the second half here tonight. Again, they're trailing 33-9 at the intermission. I miss the hacky sacks, you know. That's always good for a couple of minutes of fill time here at halftime. Yeah. But so far, none of the HIX-TV crew has managed to be a winner in the hacky sack yet. And we do want to let everybody know, too, I mentioned this earlier, but we want to say some congratulations. If you are not aware, if you're just watching, if you're not familiar with the Hicksville Exempted Village Schools, earlier this week, Tuesday, was the 16th anniversary of this current building opening for business, so to speak. So, 16 years ago this last Tuesday, so they celebrated the 16th anniversary of the K-12 building that we have here right now. And if you've been over here to Hicksville Schools, you have to agree that they have done a terrific job maintaining this facility. It's not like it's brand spanking new, but it sure looks mighty good for 16 years of constant use. And hats off to Mr. Bassett and all of the custodial and what do they call it? The facilities people, the custodial and the facilities crew, doing a great job by keeping the place well maintained, and to really to everybody, the kids, the students, the teachers, staff, everybody takes really great care of this facility, and it shows. So we wanted to say a congratulations to the Hicksville Exempted Village School District for 16 years in this terrific building. Sort of like our second home here.
Yeah. I'm here more than I'm at my house.
I feel that way sometimes too, to be honest with you. Yeah. I just think, a couple years you'll be graduated and whatever, and then you'll be like, man, I miss that old place. All right, couple of minutes away from getting the second half underway. Let's take a look at unofficial scoring. And if you are just joining us at halftime, It's the Apaches leading the Lady Aces 33-9, the halftime score. Unofficial first half scoring for the Hicksville girls looks like this. Kennedy Adams had a free throw and 1 point in the first half. Jocelyn Baldwin leading all scorers. She had 3 field goals for 6. And Mull had a bucket for 2. And that's their 9 points. For the Apaches with 33 on the scoreboard. Now let's see. Chloe Panico had a bucket for 2. Lorelei Salyers had a bucket for 2. And then we had Aubrey Hammer with a 3 and a 2 for 5. And Livia Hull for 5 with a 3 and a 2 as well. Then Madison Sharp had 2 threes, a 2-point bucket, and a free throw for 9. And leading all scorers so far tonight, Patience McDaniel. Patience had 2 threes and 2 twos for 10 points in the first half. So there you have it, 33-9, the halftime score. And the Aces Pride, well, I shouldn't say that, the Upper Deck pep band. Well, I guess you could say Aces Pride too, either way. They're proud. But yeah, the Upper Deck playing the fight song as we get ready to bring the Lady Aces back out onto the floor for the second half of this varsity basketball contest. I'm Bill Murphy along with Connor Myers for your crew from HIX-TV. Jim Seiler not able to be with us tonight. His wife is a little under the weather, so Mrs. Seiler is feeling well and feeling a lot better soon. And we're glad to have you with us for the live coverage here on the HIX-TV YouTube channel on this Thursday night. Hope you're all prepared, too, in case we do get some of that, I'd say maybe 2 to 3 inches of snow tomorrow afternoon. So it could be kind of a slippery drive home to start off the weekend. And we are underway. Shot is up from the corner. That's no good from Sammy Mavis. But the rebound comes down to the Lady Apaches, and they'll take a second shot. This time, Devaney Mull grabs the rebound. She'll get it to Kennedy Adams, and Adams will bring it up the floor, passes it over to Baird. Baird driving down low, cut off, gets it to Baldwin, or excuse me, to Adams. Adams takes it to the hoop and lays it up and in.
Adams for 2.
Kennedy Adams gets the first points of the second half. McDaniel will move it around the perimeter. Down to Kayla Mavis. And to McDaniel. McDaniel tries to do the reverse layup under the bucket. Does not get it to drop. Kennedy Adams grabs the rebound and gets it to Baird. McKenna Baird to Adams. To Mull. Mull drives in, puts it up. Doesn't get the bucket, but she'll draw the foul. That'll be on number 4. That's Sammy Mavis. That's Sammy Mavis's first, and that'll be team foul number 1 for the third quarter on the Lady Apaches. Devaney Mull at the line. Mull gets it. She's got one more coming. Mull hits them both. He's got 4 points, and makes it 13. 33-13. Shot is up, and that's no good for Madison Sharp. But the Lady Apaches get the rebound. Now over to Kayla Mavis. Over the other side, that's McDaniel. Her shot is no good, and Mull grabs the rebound again. Mull to Kennedy Adams. Adams will hold up just a bit. Kennedy looks things over, top of the key, drives in and puts it up. It'll be knocked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Aces, but she didn't draw the foul. Adams looking to inbounds. Gets it into Mull. Mull takes it through the hoop, up and good. McDaniel, and now to Mavis. Back to McDaniel. Mavis. Kaylin Mavis puts it up, and that's good. Mavis gets her first points of the night. Make it 35-15. Still a 20-point deficit for the Lady Aces. Slapped out of bounds. Should stay with Hicksville. Bounce pass. Nice feed. Rice to Baird. Baird couldn't finish it, though. And now McDaniel down to Hammer. Hammer kicks it back out. McDaniel, no good. And Mull grabs the rebound for the Lady Aces. Quickly to Baird. Baird down the floor to Adams. Adams is fouled. It's going to be on number 4 again. Nope, number 2. Patience McDaniel. Patient picks up her first. That's team foul number 2. Not in the act of shooting, so the Aces will get the ball on the baseline. Inbounds quickly to Baird, and Baird's tied up. That'll be a jump ball. And it should stay with Hicksville, I believe. Mull, long inbounds to Adams. Adams to Baird. Baird to Baldwin. Baldwin to Mull. Down to Rice, who puts it up off glass and good.
Rice for 2.
On the other end, stolen away. Here comes Adams. Being dogged a little bit by Hammer. Baird to Mull. Mull back out to Baird. And that'll be another whistle. And that's going to be another foul on the floor. And that'll be Kayla Mavis's 4th personal. And team foul number 3. And we're going to have a complete line substitution as Salyers comes in, as does Zedike. Also Hull. Number 14 is Kuhlman, and number 11 is Panico. Mull puts it up from near the free throw line. It's an air ball out of bounds to the Lady Apaches. 4:21 to go in our third quarter. Kuhlman brings it up the floor. Hull and Salyers is going to get mugged by, I think that was going to be on Baird.
Fouls on number
Yep.
4, McKenna Baird, her first.
McKenna picks up her first personal. That's team foul number 1 for the third quarter on the Lady Aces. Hull into Kuhlman, over to Panico. I'll move it around the perimeter. Panico. Salyers trying to get some position inside underneath the hoop. Gets it into Zedike's hand. Bounce pass off of Salyers. Loose. Mull. And behind Baird, but she recovers and gets the basketball. Baird trapped on the sideline. Bounce pass to Rice, but it's stolen away by Salyers. Salyers gets it to Kuhlman, or excuse me, to Hull. Hull over to Zedike. Panico for 3, no good. And that'll be out of bounds to the Aces. Hull's trying to get it back in bounds, but she came down with 1 foot out of bounds and the basketball in her hands. So it'll be a turnover to the Lady Aces. Trailing 35-17. Baldwin to Mull. Mull's three-pointer. No. Didn't get the bounce. Hull down low, up, and good. That I believe was number 14, Kuhlman.
with the basket.
And timeout on the floor, a full 1 minute timeout. It'll give us time to say a big thank you to the Hicksville Pharmacy, your good neighbor pharmacy located right in the heart of downtown Hicksville, Ohio. Full-service pharmacy for you and your family's pharmaceutical needs, medical supplies and equipment, over-the-counter medications, and so much more. Next time you're in downtown Hicksville, stop by and see for yourself what a difference being locally owned and operated truly makes. And if you want to get the latest information on flu shots, COVID boosters, or more, feel free, give them a call. They'd love to hear from you. They'll be happy to help you out. It's 419-542-6218. Want to thank them so very much for their diamond level support of all of our Aces Sports broadcasts again in 2025 for the entire year. Our good friends, the Hicksville Pharmacy. Again, they're your good neighbor pharmacy located right in the heart of downtown Hicksville, Ohio. Back in action, the inbounds to McKenna Baird. She'll bring it up the floor, being harassed a little bit by Hull. Mull, and that's going to be another foul on the Lady Apaches. That'll be on 24, I believe. Hull.
24.
Yep.
Hall, her second.
Olivia Hull gets her second, and that's team foul number 4 for the Apaches. Into the game, number 4, Sammy Mavis. And back out on the floor, number 23, Aubrey Hammer. Adams gets the ball into Mull. Mull's going to just go straight to the hoop, puts it up, count it, and she's going to go to the line. That'll be the second on Sammy Mavis. And Mull will look to complete the three-point play. She does, and she makes it a 17-point game, 20-37. Quickly up the floor, and a shot up off the rim, no good. Out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Lady Apaches.
And for the Aces, number 5, Addie
Baird
Sanders.
will step out, and Addie Sanders will spell her on the floor for the Lady Aces. Hammer inbounds to Hull, right back to Hammer. Hammer for 3 in the corner, no good, and Mull grabs the rebound. Over to Adams. Adams loses the ball. Quickly the other way, Hull puts it up. It's good. Rice takes one for the team. No whistle. Adams to Baldwin. Baldwin out to Mull. Under 2 minutes to go in our third quarter. Mull puts it up and good. And Mull up to 11 points now and makes it a 39-22 game, and another timeout on the floor. This one called by Fairview. They'll take a full 1 minute here. As the Aces showing some signs of life. They still got a long way to go to get back into this game, but they picked up the pace and been performing a lot better here in the second quarter, or second half rather, than they did in the first half. They only scored 9 points in the first 16 minutes, and they've scored 13 here in this third quarter alone. As a matter of fact, they've outscored the Lady Apaches 13-6. So they've closed the gap by 7 overall here in this third quarter. Back out onto the floor, it'll be Fairview's ball. And Hull will get it inbounds to Hammer. Hammer quickly down into the corner to Coolman feeding it inside to Panico. And now from just past the free throw line, no good. And Mole reaches in there and says thank you. Nice feed down to Baldwin, knocked out of bounds by Coolman. And the Aces will have it out of bounds on the baseline. With 1:26 to go in the quarter. Quick inbounds to Mull. Mull feeds it low to Adams, up and no good. Oh, Adams gets her own rebound and loses it on the baseline. It'll be Fairview's ball. Here come the Lady Apaches, 1:15 and the clock rolling. Hull. Stolen away, Baldwin, up and good.
Baldwin for 2.
Jocelyn Baldwin with the bucket. Oh, Panico, good look from three-point land. Coolman grabs the rebound. She gets it out of there. Feeds it inside to Sammy Mavis, up off glass, no good. And that's going to be a whistle. And a foul. And that'll be 3 now on Sammy Mavis, and that'll be team foul number 5. So for the remaining 47.5 seconds of this third quarter, the Aces are in the bonus, and that's going to put Devaney Mull on the line to shoot 2. Got it. McKenna Baird will come back into the game, and McKenna Rice will come out. Mull's second. In and out, no good. Saved on the baseline, over to Panico, quickly down the floor, right into the hands of Devaney Mull. And Mull has to get it to Sanders, loses it, and then Mull gets it right back. Oh, man. Baldwin to Mull. Mull for 3. Off the iron, no good. Baldwin grabs the board. Now Baird. Baird hits it.
Baird for 2.
McKenna Baird gets her first 2 of the night. Hammer to Panico on the other end with 10 seconds. Panico. Hull drives across the baseline, no good. And Adams grabs it, and the time expires for the third quarter. So we've played 3, and believe it or not, the Aces have battled back and make it a 12-point game. Trailing still, but not by as much, 39-27 after 3. Well, the last of our diamond level underwriters we want to say a big thank you to is our friends at APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio, located in Hicksville's Industrial Park, offering solutions to business and industry along the lines of welding, powder coating, safety equipment, so much more. They also are looking to add to their roster. If you'd like to find out about the positions and opportunities that they have available, go online to aptmfg.com/careers. That'll give you a complete listing of all of the opportunities they have available. You can fill out an application, upload your resume. They'd love to hear from you, and who knows, maybe you can become a part of the APT manufacturing team. We want to thank them so very much for their continued support of our Aces Sports broadcast here on Hicksville Community Television. They underwrite all of our Aces Sports coverage, all of the sports we cover, all levels of play across all of our broadcast platforms. Our good friends, Tony Nicewander and the whole gang at APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio, located in the Industrial Park, and online at aptmfg.com/careers. 8 minutes to go. And the Apaches have the ball to get this fourth quarter started. Inbounds to Hull. Guarded by Baldwin. Hull down to the corner. That's to McDaniel. McDaniel hold it up on the wing. She'll drive in and travel. Oh, double dribble. It was one or the other. What the heck was that? Timeout. Okay. That was a pretty ugly-looking inbounds, and I was wondering whether they were going to get a turnover, but evidently the timeout was called before any of that happened. So quick 30-second timeout off the Aces bench. They only have one timeout remaining for the remainder of the game. As they'll go over some stuff. They should have the basketball on the baseline when play resumes. So here we go. Devaney Moore going to handle the inbounds. Bob Weatherhead will sit down, not be standing out on the court. All right. They're jawing about something between the coaches and the officials, so but it seems like it's good-spirited type thing. So Adams quickly down to Baldwin. Jocelyn to Adams. Adams drives in, kicks it out. Sanders puts it up. No good. Rebound comes down to Hull. Hull over to Sammy Mavis. And that's good. And that was Mavis? Yeah, okay. And a timeout called right away by the Apaches. Now up 42-27. And they need to take the timeout off of the scoreboard because it says they still have 4, and I know that that's not right. $7:13 to go. Well, they're still saying 4 timeouts. I thought this was at least the second timeout that they called, but
there you go.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. It's good to know. You know, I worry sometimes maybe old Bill's slipping a little bit, but evidently not. So it'll be Aces ball on the baseline. Mull gets it into Adams, right back to Devaney Mull. And back to Adams. Adams quickly up the floor. It's knocked loose, but Baldwin grabs it. Baldwin will put up the runner off the glass. No good. It's a good-looking shot, but it didn't fall for her. And now Hull with the ball coming up the floor for the Lady Apaches. Hull over to Hammer on the wing to McDaniel. And they'll move it back out. Hammer, pull-up jumper is no good. Sammy Mavis gets it out of there. Panico now. Panico goes to the bucket, up off glass and good.
Panico for 2.
4 points now for Chloe Panico. Adams, a little pressure from the Lady Apaches. Adams gets it to Baldwin. Baldwin gets the ball under control. Tries to feed it down low, gets it back on the baseline, kicks it back out, and that time it's into the hands of one of the Lady Apaches. She almost loses it on the sideline, but gets it back. McDaniel puts it up. That'll be an air ball out of bounds, and that'll go back to the Lady Aces. Flying around down there. Nope, out of bounds to the Lady Apaches, excuse me. Panico for 3. No. And Baird has it knocked out of her hands into the hands of Hammer. And now to Hull. Hull will put it up. That's good for a long 2.
Hull for 2.
Make it 46-27, and Baird driving into the paint, and a whistle and a foul. 24, that'll be Hull getting her 3rd personal. That'll be team foul number 1 for the Lady Apaches in this 4th quarter. And Madison Sharp will come in as Hull. We'll have a seat with those 3 personal fouls for at least a while. Adams on the baseline to Mull. Mull feeds it in. Nice feed up and good for Baird. Nice assist by Mull. Down low, McDaniel puts it up and in. Patience McDaniel, that's her first bucket of the second half. Held her scoreless in that third quarter. Baird to Baldwin. Baldwin knocked out of bounds by Sharp. It'll stay with the Lady Aces. Adams. Oh, they've got they had something sitting on the floor that was a little too close to the sideline for the officials' liking, so had to move some of those Gatorade bottles out of harm's way. Adams inbounds to Baird. Baird looking for something to Mull. Mull up and good. Down to Panico. Her shot from the wing is up off the back of the top of the backboard and out of bounds. That'll turn over to the Lady Aces. 17-point lead, 48-31 for the Lady Apaches. And here come the Lady Aces, looking to draw a little closer with 4:30 left in regulation. Baird to Adams and back to Baird. Adams down low to Mull. Mull is pushed and she hits the deck.
Fouls on number 44, Devaney Mull.
Yeah.
First.
Mull picks up her first, and that's team foul number 1 for Hicksville in this fourth quarter. Story will step out and Rice back into the game. Panico, pull-up jumper, no good. Adams grabs the board. Adams to Rice to Mull. Mull for 3, no. And skying for the rebound, McDaniel. Patience, corner to Hammer. Hammer out to Sharp. To Panico on the wing. And they'll move it around the perimeter. Hammer again will hand it off to Panico and then back to McDaniel, who'll drive to the bucket, kick it back out. And Adams right there to slap it out of bounds. Ball will stay with the Apaches, but Aces will get a chance to reset a little bit. Kayla Mavis with 4 personal fouls hanging around her neck comes back into the game with 3:34 left in regulation. Inbounds to Sharp. To Hammer. To Kayla Mavis. It's knocked loose. Baldwin grabs it. Jocelyn going the distance. Up and good.
Baldwin for 2.
10 points now for Jocelyn Baldwin. Shot up, and that's good for Kayla Mavis. That gives her 4 for the night. Mull gets the inbounds from Adams to Baird. Baird across the timeline. Dishes it off, and Rice puts up the shot. Short, no good. Kayla Mavis grabs the rebound. Mavis will kick it back out. Shot is up by Mavis, no good. Slapped in bounds and picked up by Rice. Rice to Baldwin. Baldwin, again, is going to hold up on the wing. Over to Baird. Baird puts it up, and she'll be fouled. Baird draws the foul. I think that's going to be number 4 on Sammy Mavis. Nope, that's on number 3. She's done. So Kayla Mavis fouls out with 2:27 to go in the game, and she'll finish tonight with 4 points to her credit. And the Apache fans here at the red zone. Give her a warm round of applause. 2:27 to go, and it's McKenna Baird at the line. Baird misses the first one. She's got one more coming. Baird got that one. 5 points now for McKenna. And here come the Lady Apaches. Hull to McDaniel. Down into the corner to Sharp. Up and no good. Rice grabs the rebound quickly to Baird. Baird down to Baldwin. Baldwin up off glass, misses. Other way, long pass down the floor to Sharp. Her shot is up and no good. McDaniel kicks it back out to Sharp, then to Hull. Hull puts it up. Count it, she'll go to the line. Rice gets her second. That's team foul number 2 on the Aces. And Hull at the line. See if she can complete the three-point play. Nope. And out of bounds. And they're going to say last touched by Patience McDaniel. .155 to go. Mull gets it in to Baird. And again, pressure from the Aces. A little help from a pick from Mull, but the ball's knocked loose and it's scooped up. And Hammer lays it up and good. 7 points now unofficially for Aubrey Hammer. Mull gets the inbounds to Adams. Adams. And again, trapped on the sideline. Baldwin loses it. It's knocked loose. And another timeout called. It's a full 1 minute timeout, and that's called by the Apaches. Again, a reminder, when we wrap this one up, we'll do a quick rundown of the unofficial scoring. Look ahead to our upcoming sports live streams, and of course, we'll be giving out a Two Bandits Player of the Game award to one of the Lady Aces with an exceptional performance this evening. $10 gift card and a nice certificate, courtesy of the Two Bandits Brewery in Hicksville, Ohio. As we'll be wrapping up this co-ed doubleheader that we had with the freshman boys early, and we've got the varsity girls in the nightcap. All right, ready to get things back up and running. Apaches with the ball. That's Kuhlman. Kuhlman passes it over to Zedike. I'll move it around. Back into the hands of Kuhlman. Down low, and Salyers loses it out of bounds. Aces will get the basketball back. And Brandy Lance, number 25, comes in for Hicksville. Rice on the wing. Gets it to Lance. Brandy battling down low, puts it up and in. Brandy Lance comes into the game, and the senior gets a bucket and her name in the scoring book. Makes it 54-36. Panico gets it to Hull, and Hull hands it off, and it goes out of bounds as Kuhlman fell down. It was touched by the Aces, kind of kicked out of bounds, and That'll get Salyers to handle the inbounds, gets it into Hull. Bounce pass back to Salyers, who puts it up off glass and good. 4 points now for Lorelei Salyers. Into the game now, number 22, Ariana Spencer. And that'll be the ball game. 20-point win for the Apaches. They knock off the Lady Aces 56-36. The final score here in this girls varsity game tonight. So we'll do some quick tabulating here. Get you some unofficial scoring. All right. And on the other side of the coin here, all right. So let's run down the unofficial scores for tonight. Again, final score, it was the Apaches defeating the Lady Aces 56-36 for Hicksville. Scoring was this way. Finished up with McKenna Rice getting a bucket for 2. Brandy Lance also had a bucket and 2 points tonight. It was a bucket and a free throw for Kennedy Adams for 3. McKenna Baird had 2 field goals and a free throw for 5. Then we had Jocelyn Baldwin. Jocelyn had 5 buckets for 10 points to be in double figures. And Devaney Mull had 2 points in the first half, but then she added another dozen in the second half to finish leading all scorers here tonight, I do believe, with 14 points for the Aces. On the other side for the Lady Apaches, it looks like this. Sammy Mavis had a bucket and 2 points this evening. Also a bucket and 2 for Samantha Kuhlman. 4 points on 2 buckets for Kayla Mavis. It was also a couple of buckets for Chloe Panico for 4 points here tonight. Lorelei Salyers had a couple of buckets for 4. And then we had, next in line would be Aubrey Hammer. Hammer with a 3 and a couple of 2s for 7 points this evening. Then we had 9 points for Madison Sharp. Madison had 2 3s, 2-pointer and a free throw for 9 points, all in the first half. And also 9 points for Olivia Hull. Olivia had a 3 and 4 2s. So let's see. I got that wrong total. So it'll be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. She had 11. There we go. So 11 points for her, and then the Patience McDaniel led all scorers for the Lady Apaches. Patience had 2 3s and 2 2s, or 2 3s and 3 2s for 12 points tonight. So there you have it. Those the unofficial scoring. And that leaves us with the Player of the Game award for the 2 Bandits. And I don't think there's much doubt tonight. It goes to Devaney Mull. Not only did she put in 14 points, but, man, some great assists, some terrific defensive play as well for Devaney this evening. So just putting out a really great performance. Coming up short on the scoreboard.
Also, wasn't she just injured?
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure something happened at Route 49.
Yeah, might have been. But
and then I saw her in a boot, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, came back with a vengeance tonight. And like I said, if she's still a little hobbled, you didn't see it tonight. Because like I said, she was out there, and she was a force to be reckoned with. So congratulations, Devaney Mull. She is our 2 Bandits Player of the Game for tonight's contest. Well, with that, we want to wrap up by saying first a big thank you to all of our Diamond Level underwriting supporters once again for making our live coverage possible. That's the Jim Schmidt family of automotive dealerships in Hicksville, Ohio. Jim Schmidt Chevrolet Buick, Jim Schmidt Ford, and of course online at jimschmidtauto.com. Thanks also to APT Manufacturing Solutions of Hicksville, Ohio, located in Hicksville's Industrial Park and online at aptmfg.com/careers. Thanks to the Hicksville Pharmacy. They're your good neighbor pharmacy located right in the heart of downtown Hicksville, Ohio. Phone 419-542-6218 for information on the latest flu shots, COVID boosters, and more. And thanks also to ARC Solutions Incorporated of Hicksville, Ohio, a world-class facility located right here in Hicksville's Industrial Park. They're also online at www.arcsolinc.com. And, of course, a big thank you to the Two Bandits Brewery in Hicksville, Ohio. Open Wednesday through Saturday. A terrific menu, great family atmosphere. If you're 21 and over, terrific selection of craft beers. Lots of cool special events coming up as we move through January, February, and March. Find out more by checking them out online at twobanditsbrewing.com. And especially, don't forget, Valentine's Day coming up, special Valentine's Week full of neat stuff, including a Name That Tune contest and the Bandits' 8th anniversary bash, I believe, coming up, their 8th birthday bash coming up in March. So we want to thank them again for their sponsorship of the Two Bandits Player of the Game Award. Thanks also to the athletic department here at Hicksville for letting us be here, giving us our broadcast position and allowing us the live stream coverage for this evening. And thanks to all of you for joining us. Again, hope you enjoyed the action tonight, coming to you live from the Red Zone here at Hicksville High School. Again, our next sports broadcast come your way next week on Friday and Saturday. Friday, it'll be boys basketball action, and right here at the Red Zone, the Aces host the Wayne Trace Raiders. And Saturday, it's an afternoon special, 1 o'clock tip-off for the Lady Aces hosting the Lady Lancers of Lincoln View. Say that 5 times fast. Lady Lancers of Lincoln View. But see, I'm a professional, so I can do that kind of stuff. So we hope that you will join us then. And with that, we're going to wrap it up again. In our first broadcast earlier tonight in the freshman boys game, it was the Fairview Apaches defeating the Aces freshmen 33-16, the final score. And here in the nightcap in the girls varsity action, it's a 20-point win for the Lady Apaches as they knock off Hicksville 56-36, the final score. So with that, we're going to wrap it up. Again, thanks for joining us and hope you enjoyed the live coverage tonight. And for Connor Myers, running the iPad Pro camera, overseeing the live stream tonight, I'm Bill Murphy with Hicksville Community Television, wishing all of you a very good night and